Welcome back, Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys fans, and welcome to Alpha League number 6, where we've got a very, very big tournament today, and I'm going to explain why really quickly. We've got 2 absolutely huge crystal matches. Now, nothing to win said crystal matches, but something to tee up what could happen in the future. So, obviously I'll explain it as we go along, but a lot to play for here, so it should be quite an interesting one. And we start with probably one of the most exciting matches between Ice Climbers and Pichu. I'm joking, it's not the best match. Ice Climbers in 34th for the Cockadoodle Dudes and Pichu in 26th for the Red Robots. And what a way to start the day, as I'm pretty sure both of these guys are Starfighter. No, they're not. Ice Climbers aren't Starfighter. There you go. But obviously one of the most popular fighters out there are Ice Climbers. Few people do have them. Let's go through those people. Ice Climbers, Boom Makalaka, King K. Rool Rules, Limo La Vida Loca, Team Nuggets, and wait, what? All of you guys having Ice Climbers. And well, wait, what? You've also got Pichu, but you're the only person to have Pichu. And you've Starfighter Pichu, which I usually wait until the end to announce that, but no one's changed their Starfighters. So some of you are left with some drab. Let's just say that now. But so far, Pichu's fighting... Oh, badly. That's not what I was looking at. But Red Robots and Ice and Cockadoodle Dudes, let's have a look at them, because I've not done this in a while. So, the Dudes are 5th, the Red Robots are 7th. 2 points in it. So a win here for the Red Robots could be massive, but Pichu is not looking good. Is it going to be Ice Climbers who get the win here? Bit of a change of form for Ice Climbers, to be honest. It's not enough, as the pink Ice Climber is dead. Which isn't good if Pichu gets a big attack on Ice Climbers. But at the moment with Pichu fighting back, it's looking troublesome for them. But they're not giving up. You'd love to see that. Big attack there. 30 odd seconds to go. Long match for our first game. I was saying this one wasn't even going to be exciting. What do I know? Just one hit here, guys. It's game over. Less than 20 seconds now. Oh, that's a massive hit from Ice Climbers after a huge block. And we've got 10 seconds left. Is it going to last? It's hard to tell. It's close. It's really close. 5 seconds left. Okay, we are going to sudden death in our first game. 2 quick fighters there. Ice Climbers have got both fighters back. No one can land an attack though. Pichu is doing stuff. Ice Climbers not giving up, and they get the final attack. So it's Ice Climbers who win. So bad news for wait what who start fighting Pichu, but at least you have Ice Climbers. That's something. Who just fought their hearts out. 22 for 21 for them. They go up to 30th, whereas Pichu, who's having a bit of a mare tournament, Pichu started off as a pro fighter for the Red Robots, goes down to 32nd, so Ice Climber's now going above Pichu. So I'm going to click some buttons, like so, and Ice Climbers get through. Lovely days, 29. I'm going to move my keyboard over here, so I don't have to turn as much. Makes sense. Next up is Dr. Mario and Little Mac, and I feel like these guys fight all the time, but apparently not. They've only fought 3 times. Dr. Mario's actually won 2 to 1. Red Robots, again, with their second fighter, having already lost one against the almighty Fossil Fuels, who currently are ranked 3rd. By 5 points as well from top. So, Fossil Fuels not doing well. But for these fighters, they're fighting for rank, because they're both pros. Dr. Mario's ranked 20th, and Little Mac is ranked 23rd. So a loss here could put them out of pro status. I did think it was going to be Dr. Mario for a second there, but it's not. Now, no one has Dr. Mario, I don't think, he says. No one has Dr. Mario, and only a few of you have Little Mac. 2 of you, the Fruity Fellas and Gizmo United. 2 of our brand new teams this series, but 2 very good teams who are doing very well for themselves. You go, girls. And it's tough times this time though, because it's Little Mac who has fallen. So bad news, especially for no one. I thought someone had starfighted him, but apparently not. So Dr. Mario gets the win. No points for anyone. Tough times. 25 wins to 21 for Dr. Mario. And Little Mac slipping away. 22 for 21 in 25th now. So poor old Little Mac. But it's Dr. Mario who does well and faces off against Ice Climbers in the next round as the favourite fighter to win. And the Shooting Dogs are having a bit of a run of luck at the moment because they've got Ganondorf, who is obviously doing extremely well. Come second in the last tournament and first in the one before that. But they seem to keep fighting themselves. So they're not getting anywhere. And at the moment, the Shooting Dogs are ranked in 4th, which, in fairness, is better than normal. And they won't lose or gain anything here either. This is only good for the people who have these fighters, which happen to be 2 cousins, my brother Jimmy and my cousin Austin. Austin with Robin and Jimmy with Duck Hunt Duo. Let me check on anything else. No, that's it. Just a point on the line here. And it's Robin with a killer attack there. Robin, who's ranked 26th at the moment, was falling away from pro status. Should get back in. Duck Hunt, on the other hand, 19 for 22. Go down to 48th, so it's just above relegation. Tough times for Duck Hunt Duo there. And Robin, 23 for 21, is now 23rd, so back to pro status. Happy days for Robin. And this is a bit of a Titan battle here. So we've got Steve from the Cockadoodle Dudes versus Ice Climbers from the Cosmo Vipers. Now, I believe the Fruity Fellas have both of these fighters, but Third Lemon, you have only Starfighter one of them. I imagine you can't Starfighter 2. But obviously the only person to have Isabelle. Now, a couple of others have Isabelle. Steve, sorry. No one has Isabelle. Just said that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Steve. Now, it's only the 2 people. Ash from We Will Rock You. Also with Steve in your team. Steve, who is trying to win the Ruby League at the moment, is on 4 wins but cannot get that next fight. Unless... Wait. That's Topaz. For some reason I thought Ice Climbers win the Ruby League there, but that would be incorrect. At the moment, Isabelle is destroying Steve, by the way. Steve's going to need some big hits here if he wants to fight back. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think I've ever used Steve before, except in classic mode when I've had to use him. Somehow he's still alive here. And he almost defeated Isabelle there. I thought that was game, set and match. Against the odds. This is going to be a long tournament. We've had some long battles already. Oh, no. Zora has picked up Steve, which is a Pokemon that Isabelle has found, and that should kill Steve. So, yeah, bad times for Steve fans. And the 2 teams who had him both Starfighted him. So, not going well for Starfighters at the moment. Isabelle wins. Where are you, Isabelle? There you are. 30 for 20. Moves up to 10th. So, Isabelle fighting for All-Star at the moment. Whereas poor old Steve, 21 for 13. Goes down to 12. So Steve's not doing too bad, but it's Isabelle who gets through and faces off against Robin in the next round. Crucial match there. Isabelle is only 2 points away from All-Star status. Anyway, this is the huge game here because... Now, does anyone have Villager? No. So no one has any of these fighters. That's part number 1. But secondly, this is a Sapphire Crystal League match in which Shulk and Villager are both on 3. So a win here would put them on 4, which ties with Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, obviously, that's pretty big. Now, if the Sapphire League was to be won this time round, it could only happen in the semi-finals. But one of the fighters who would have had to get through on this left side of the tournament was Little Mac, and Little Mac is out. So, depending on who wins this, they won't have a chance to win the Sapphire League unless they reach Sephiroth in the final. Now, they are some long shots, but Sonic's party doesn't want to be ruined by Shulk and Villager, and seeing Villager win isn't a huge shock because Villager's beaten Shulk 4 times. 2 of those were this before the Sapphire League got reset, and Shulk's dead again. So Villager's beaten Shulk bloody 5 times, Villager from the Gum Tech getting a crucial win, and the Red Robots losing another fighter. So, lots to unfold here. Villager, still in 9th, is now 1 point off of 8th place, depending on what happens with Pyra/Mythra. Shulk, 22 for 22, moves down to 33rd, obviously. Villager gets through. And the most crucial part is looking at this Crystal League, in which Villager, where are you at, beats Shulk. Again, it's the 3rd time this time round. And here goes Pyra/Mythra now versus Pikachu. So a win here for them would be crucial, but then fighting off against Villager will be an amazing match. So, but anyway, like I said, Villager and Sonic are both on 4 now. So Sonic could face Sephiroth in the semi-finals, in which Sonic could win the Sapphire League. It's a big ask. But also, if Sephiroth wins, then that will mean that it'll be Sephiroth versus Villager, if Villager gets that far. I'm saying a lot of ifs here, to be honest. And in fairness, if Sephiroth beats Sonic, then Sephiroth will be on 4 and would face Villager 4 and 4. One of them will win the Sapphire League. So there is some massively painful stakes here. But going back to what's going on at the moment, Pyra/Mythra for the Fossil Fuels versus the Energy Source's first fighter this tournament, Pikachu. These guys have never fought before. Pikachu is ranked in 37th. So far is fighting extremely well. But Pyra/Mythra do not give up, as they are one of this series' best fighters. They've also picked up an assist trophy. And lots of bad things could happen for Pikachu in the next few seconds. He did seem to be in charge for a little bit. It's not looking good. Pyra/Mythra have picked up their special as well. Pikachu is doing well to hold on, but that is not enough now. Oh, Pikachu's dodged it. Didn't dodge that. So Pyra/Mythra get the win, which is great news for the pit crew who have star fighted Pyra/Mythra. That's our first star fighter through today. Great news also for Mega Drive, who has Pyra and Mythra. Bad times for anyone with Pikachu. 20 for 22 for the poor old Pikachu. 43rd now. Damn, he's going to get relegated, right? 24 for 11 for Pyra/Mythra, so keeping the heat above Villager by 2 points now, but Villager faces off against Pyra/Mythra in the next round, which is going to be a really good fight I'm looking forward to. 8th v 9th. How exciting. Villager also is the All-Star of Gumtech. I should have mentioned that, as he's the first All-Star through at the moment, which is cool. No one else has been an All-Star. But here's one who's holding on, and that is Pokemon Trainer, who is 1 point clear of Pyra/Mythra in 7th, faces off against Meta Knight, who is currently 22nd, so the Gumtech, who have already got 1 of 1 fighter through, looking to get Pokemon Trainer through as well here, who is a great fighter, by the way. Not many people have Pokemon Trainer. I think more people have Meta Knight. 3 people have Meta Knight: Lim La Vida Loca, Team Nuggets, and the Wonder Boys. And Pokemon Trainer: 2 people, Push Trap Patriots, and Wait What? Both with Pokemon Trainer. He's a great little fighter. Both are in the same tier, I believe, as well. Yeah, I think they were. Meta Knight's picked up the Entei, which is the 2nd time Entei's been seen today. But there is a bomb there. Meta Knight has picked it up, lands it on Pokemon Trainer, and it's Meta Knight who wins. After I was bigging up Pokemon Trainer so much, it's actually Meta Knight getting through. 23 for 20. Great news for anyone who has Meta Knight. Bad times for anyone who has Pokemon Trainer. 34 for 21. So Pokemon Trainer is still in 7th on the same points as Pyra/Mythra, who could overtake him at this point. But Meta Knight now in 21st. So not moved up a lot, but is the 2nd Cosmo Viper to get through. Vipers, who are currently in 1st by 4 places. 4 points, should I say. But the Limon have not yet had a fighter, and they're currently in 2nd, but they do have one now, and that is Toon Link. Now, the Limon are getting all of their points from the Beta League. Their Alpha League team, apart from Simon, isn't doing too great. So, Toon Link, who's having a disastrous tournament, currently in 53rd, which is well in relegation, facing off against the Titan that is King K. Rules. No, King K. Rule. I said Rosie's team name there. Just rolls off the tongue. Great choice of name. Anyway, King K. Rule for the Cockadoodle Dudes versus Toon Link. And King K. Rool's picked up a Bullet Bill, has dropped it. And it's Toon Link who picks up the Bullet Bill, gets the assist trophy of that little samurai guy from F-Zero GX. And Toon Link is taking serious damage here. Very popular character as well, Toon Link, I should add. Who has Toon Link? Anyone? Boom Makalaka and the Bunda Squad. So, Jaff and Makawewe both with Toon Link. Not many people have King K. Rool either. I think it's only 2. I think it's only Rosie and Long Boy Bob. But he is fighting back like the Titan he is. Toon Link cannot catch a break. He probably needs like 1 attack and he's done it. God, why does he suck so much? Why? Get the final smash. Get it. He's got the final smash. Getting some killer attacks on King K. Rool there. Just needs to land it. Has landed it. It's got to be it, right? That's a great special. Now, no one has obviously starfighted Toon Link because why would you? He's having a terrible tournament. But that is a crucial win. 10 for 13. He is the worst fighter in the Alpha League, so to beat King K. Rool is pretty humongous, to be honest. King K. Rool moves down to 17th. That was really damaging. But the main important thing there is that Gorilla Limon got some points, and now will face off against the Vipers in the next round as Toon Link face off against Meta Knight. So that could be pretty big for Gorilla Limon if they manage to scratch the surface off the Cosmo Vipers. But they still need a few fighters through here, as the Vipers have had all of their fighters through so far, with only their better ones left. Tough. Anyway, Gorilla Limon here, and we've got Dark Samus, who was the worst pro fighter, ranked in 24th at the start, versus Olimar, who is finding a bit of form for the fossil fuels, but is an all-star. So, again, tough one here for Dark Samus, if Dark Samus wants to win. Now, no one has Olimar, but the Bunda Squad and Nippleback both have Dark Samus. Nippleback being our top team in the Ultimate Dream Team at the moment. By 8 points. It's a massive, massive gap, but anything can happen. And so far, Dark Samus isn't fighting too badly, to be honest. Definitely looks the favourite. Olimar's slacking. Just need one big hit here. I'm kind of rooting for Gorilla Limon, you know. I kind of want them to do their magic. Nothing happening so far. There's a lot of puffy smoke, which I'm not sure what that's meant to do for the computer, to be honest. Big hit there from Dark Samus. So that's Dark Samus who gets through. Now, yeah, no one's starfighted Dark Samus yet. But that is a good start for some people as well. Extra points and points for Gorilla Limon. As Dark Samus moves back to 24th, and Olimar surely going to lose a little bit of rank here. No, holds on to 6th place, but it's on the same points as Pokemon Trainer and Pyramithra. So if Pyramithra win, they'll go 6th, which is huge. Anyway, Dark Samus getting through. You'd love to see it. What am I pressing? 24. There we go. Next up is the Titan, that is Ganondorf from the Shroom Dogs versus Kirby from the Gumtech. Obviously a few people starfighted Ganondorf. Let's shout out who has Kirby though, because not a lot of you do. Oh, 3 of you actually. Bunda Squad, Giz United and Nippleback with Kirby. So our first place team, Chode and Nippleback, have Ganondorf and Kirby. So you will get a win here no matter what. Probably going to be Ganondorf who picks up that hammer. He has picked up that hammer. Hello Ganondorf, who starfighted him. I was almost too eager there. Ganondorf, the Bunda Squad and Nippleback both starfighting Ganondorf. That is huge points for you guys. Ganondorf continuing to do so well this tournament. 43 to 17, MVP at the moment. Gets the points for the Shroom Dogs. And the Gumtech lose Kirby, who is now ranked 19th. Another tough one there for Gorilla Limon next, as Dark Samus for the first time ever faces off against Ganondorf. Anyway, this is a huge, huge battle because it's Sonic versus Sheik. So Sonic, Gorilla Limon, who are fighting well at the moment, have 2 fighters through, faces against Sheik's. Now, they fought 5 times and Sonic has lost 3 of them. So Sheik's won 3, Sonic's won 2. But this is important if Sonic has any chance of winning the Sapphire League this tournament. He needs to win against Sheik. He's only got 3 tournaments left. That includes this one. So it has to be his time. No one has Sheik. Lots of people have Sonic. Shout outs to all Sonic fans. And you know who I mean. I'm saying Boom Makalaka, King K Rule Rules, Lim and La Vida Loca, Team Nuggets, The Pit Crew, and We Will Rock You. But only one of you, if you can remember, Starfighter Sonic, who is so far fighting extremely well. But 30 seconds have gone and not massive damage has happened yet. Sonic has taken his foot off the gas, gets another attack in there. Doesn't do much damage though. Throws that little bomb thing. No one gets hit by it. Oh, Sonic is just carnage to watch. That's a great little attack though. And drop kick Sheik. Let's go Sonic. Show us your moves, finally. Sheik had done a killer combo there. Assist trophy on the loose. Who's going to get it? It is Sheik. It's bad times for Sonic, who is making life difficult for himself. And he's being attacked by bees. Absolutely rubbish. Sonic is so rubbish on this game. 19 for 21. How did he become an all-star, or pro, sorry? Moves down to 42nd, so he's in the F tier at the moment. A Sheik gets through, and Sonic throws the opportunity away. So, leaves it open for Villager to go on and face only Sephiroth in the finals would make this happen. So, probably not going to happen. Let's just get one thing straight. Anyway, Sheik, 24 for 20. Great news for the Shroom Dogs, who have their 3rd fighter through. Yeah, 3rd fighter. That's pretty good. 18th place for Sheik at the moment, so holding on to pro status. And here we have Ike, one of the worst fighters of this series and ranked wise. I think the 2nd worst Alpha League fighter versus Richter, ranked 11th, who is how far away from anywhere else? 4 points off of All-Star, so Richter's got to win a tourney really if he wants to compete with the big dogs. But he faces against Ike. Looks like he lose here. Oh, he doesn't. No, Ike loses. No one cares because no one has Ike. But I tell you who does care, and that is Mega Drive, who star-fighted Richter. So once again, Jimmy sticking with Richter, who's an absolute beast. 22 for 12, gets the win for the Cosmo Vipers. And Ike going further down into 53rd. So that puts Ike below Toon Link. That's crazy, right? Toon Link is no longer the worst fighter, and Richter finds himself going into a Crystal League match against Sheik, which, let's take a look at the Topaz League, none of them have anything. So nothing really too exciting to report there, but nevertheless, a good fight as 2 pros go head to head. And we got a bit of a breather here with Pac-Man versus Link. Let me just check those. No one star-fighted any of these guys. Pac-Man from the Energy Source ranked 32nd. Link ranked 34th for the Fossil Fuels. And obviously the Fuels just want to try catching up with Grill and Limon, who are currently 5 points behind. The Source are nowhere to be seen. They are looking like they will be last. Oh. I should shout out anyone who has these fighters, really. Oh, I am yawning. Okay, Link. 3 people. The Mighty Clarks, Big Nath, the Wonder Boys, Austin, and Ash, and we will rock you, all with Link. And Pac-Man fans, Longboy Bob and Benny P, so that's Staroids and the Strat Patriots. There's a hammer. Pac-Man picks it up. It's got to be Pac-Man's game now. Commits to a really dangerous jump. But was going to land it anyway, so Pac-Man does win, which is Energy Source, yay, points. Puts Pac-Man up to 28th, and Link is going to be going further down. 20 for 21 is 35th, so at least the Energy Source fighter's through. That's a little bit of positive notes, but in the next round we'll face off against one of these All-Stars, as we have another All-Star duel between King Dedede ranked 4th, versus Simon ranked 5th. Now, DDD's won 2, Simon's won 1 when they fought before. And this would put them on joint points if Simon can beat DDD here, which all Gorilla Limon fans are hoping for right now. They've only lost Sonic, which is standard because Sonic is rubbish. After all that, Sonic can still win the Sapphire Crystal League. He really doesn't deserve it, but it could happen. Anyway, King Dedede's not had the best tournament, and Simon is going to cause some damage as King Dedede is stuck in that Mimikyu. Not stuck enough though, as he escapes. Simon taking 80, 95 damage off King Dedede right now. Picks up a Pokeball, throws it off the side for some reason. Picks up that bomb thing, throws the bomb thing. Simon is really showing his worth here. He's taking some big damage on King Dedede. Almost got hit by the bomb though, which would have been catastrophic for him. He's in charge. He is in charge. But any big hit here, oh no, King Dedede has fallen. So Simon gets the win, which is huge for Simon and huge news for anyone who has Simon, including Gizmo United, who is stuck to Starfighter in the winner of the last Alpha League tournament. So Simon continuing to be on a roll where King Dedede is going to go down. No, he's going to stay in 4th, but on the same points as Simon, who's proving why he's an all-star right now. On the same points. That's craziness. Simon could be 4th after this next round, but we shall see, because it wouldn't be an easy game. Oh no, where he'll face Pac-Man. That is easy. This game, however, is a little bit more difficult because it is All-Stars Sephiroth versus Byleth. Oh. So, Sephiroth staying in could mean that Villager could face him in the final, which means that Villager could win the Sapphire League. Important. However, that's a long way off. Especially when you've got 2 All-Stars. Both have been Starfighted as well. And it's Byleth who's doing the serious damage for the red robots here. Trying to help Gorilla Limon out by knocking the Vipers down a peg. Anyone could win here. Sephiroth never gives up, as we've always seen. He is ranked 2nd at the moment. Byleth is ranked 3rd. So these are 2 excellent fighters. One apiece when they fought before. And they are showing us why they are the best. They're both fighting extremely well. With counter attacks left, right and centre. Air attacks. Both over 100. None of them giving up. I thought that was it there. I thought Byleth had got the win. This is an absolute tight battle here. But it's Byleth who gets the win, which is great for the Mighty Clucks, as it's Big Nath who's Starfighter. Byleth again. Absolute masterclass of the battle. Sephiroth still in 2nd. Now, Byleth could be catching here. Let me see. Byleth is 1 point off of Sephiroth now. So Villager cannot win the Sapphire League tournament this time round, which is quite important to mention, because it means that Sonic still has an opportunity. Now, what we really want to see in Alpha League number 7 is Sonic versus Villager, right? Because that would be killer. Anyway, we have another Crystal League match, which is an Opal League match between 2 Energy Source fighters, Banjo and Kazooie and Dark Pit. One of which has been Starfighter. Now, this is important because Banjo is on, where are you at? 3. Now, Dark Pit's only on 1, so that's not that exciting, but Banjo is on 3. Now, other people on 3, Wii Fit Trainer, probably nothing to worry about, he says, and Ganondorf, who's beaten Banjo twice before, so Ganondorf is the favourite to obviously win this this Crystal League, but maybe Banjo could get a win here, and you know, he could face Ganondorf at some point, right? He could. And he can still, because Banjo and Kazooie with a crucial win. So, Dark Pit losing, 26 for 22. Goes down to 17th, not having a good tournament. Banjo, on the other hand, who's currently ranked higher at the moment, goes up to 13th and wins his 4th Crystal League match. So, Crystal Leagues, Banjo. Massive. Ooh, So Banjo's on 4. He only needs one more win. And that could be today if he faces off against Ganondorf, who is obviously one of the favourites at the moment to, you know, win everything constantly. So should be interesting to see how that lands. That would be a semi-final for the ages. But it's still a way to go before I get everyone too excited. But that's great news for Banjo. What a win in the Opal League there. Excellent. He could also face off against Pyra in the final as well, if Ganondorf doesn't get that far. But we've still got to keep eyes on Banjo, who faces off against Byleth in the next round. So that's a huge ask. Well done to anyone who has Banjo, by the way. Makawewi and Big Nafe. So Big Nafe getting 2 fighters through there. One of them is your star fighter. How's Ultimate Dream Team looking? Big Nafe, you've actually moved up to 4th at the moment. Gizwu, you've moved up to 6th. OG Nafe up to 9th. And Jordan from the Bunda squad moving up to 11th. That's all that's really happened at the moment. Nothing too drastic. But Ice Climbers looking like they're champions, to be honest. Looking like they're champions. Beating Dr. Mario, so great news for everyone who has Ice Climbers. Dr. Mario, 25 for 22. Ooh. I just gave Dr. Mario 0. I put him on 0 losses and he was still only in 2nd. Madness. Anyway. Did I do any of that right? Yes, I did. So, 22. Dr. Mario goes from 19th to 21st. Ice Climbers, 23 to 21. Moves up to 25th. Ice Climbers trying to hold on to... I was going to say hold on. They're not actually in pro status yet. They're 25th, so they're actually the 4th fighter of the Cockadoodle Dudes. So they've slipped down massively since they were All-Stars from Series... Well, they got All-Star in Series 1, for Series 2. And then they just kept slipping, but looks like they're on the comeback here. Knocking the red robots down a peg. The champions of last series. Anyway, Robin from the Shroom Dogs. Cousin Austin with Robin. And Isabel from the Cosmo Vipers. I was trying to think who Austin you've Starfighter, to be honest. I can't remember. Still can't see it. Oh, Sephiroth. Ooh, Sephiroth's out, unfortunately. Anyway. And third lemon, Isabel. Big hit there from Isabel, who's now got a shield. Looking the favourite at the moment, but anything could happen. As it always does in Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys, Series 3. Actually, every series, to be honest, is a bit like this. See, Robin's fighting back now. Who knows who's going to win? Robin has a jetpack though. Throws that little killer thing that could kill Isabel if it hits. No, it appears to have disappeared, so Isabel dodged a bullet there. A minute to go. Surely there's going to be a winner. And it's looking likely to be Isabel. Especially if she picks up that assist trophy, which she does. And it punches Robin straight in the face, and yeah, Robin is toast as Isabel gets through. So, Robin, where are you at? 23 for 22. And Isabel, 31 for 20. Ranked 10th at the moment. So Isabel is 1 point. No, same points as Villager at the moment. And what a killer match that will be as Isabel faces off against Ice Climbers in the next round. Ice Climbers with some absolute beef because Isabel stole the Topaz League off of them. So it wouldn't surprise me if they go in fighting. They've got great news for the Cosmo Vipers who get another fighter through. So more points for them. And here we go. Can Villager... to be honest, Villager or Pyra and Mithra here could be crucial to the final. Because that could be a Crystal League final, which I don't know if I can take. It'd be madness. Anyway, Villager from the Gumtech versus Pyra and Mithra from the Fossil Fuels, who are both currently 8th and 9th. And if Villager wins, we'll go above Pyra and Mithra. If Pyra and Mithra win, we'll push Villager below Isabel. A couple of improved fighters doing really well here. Seems to be Pyra and Mithra who are doing some killer damage. Very small level, and they have a very long-ranged weapon. But Villager has picked up an assist trophy, lands it, and it's Waluigi. And again, on a level like this size, could be really mad for Pyra and Mithra to survive this. And Waluigi's not doing too much at the moment. And he's gone. And Pyramithra picked up an assist trophy, so it could be their time here. Okay. If Villager lands in that, he will go slow. Oh, Villager almost throwing that killer item at Villager. He's still going slow. Can they get an attack? No, they can't. What do they do? Oh, no, that's a big attack. Going for their final smash as well. It does look like the Sapphire League will not be won. Well, it can't be won today anyway. What am I talking about? It doesn't even matter if Villager gets through or goes out or whatever. There you go. Happy days. So, no one has Villager, so no one cares. Goodbye, Villager. 30 for 20 goes below Isabel. So Isabel is now not in all-star position, but very close to being in all-star position. But Pyramithra aren't going to let them in. So they're 25 to 11, which is great news for the pit crew who star-fighted Pyramithra. They move up to 6th, though. They're now 3 points off of Simon. Massive. And they are showing Banjo and Kazooie that, you know, they haven't taken them on for that Crystal League fight. And getting through. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered if Villager got through. I don't know what I was talking about. I got carried away. Anyway, we need to keep rooting for Toon Link here as he faces off against Meta Knight. Cosmo Vipers versus Gorilla Limon. So, a win here. We'll just pull Limon closer to the Vipers. Let's not celebrate too early that they'll take over. There is still like this and 5 other tournaments to go, so the game is still a long way ahead in the future. And it just means that Toon Link actually has to win something. It does pick up an assist trophy though, so that's a good start. Oh, Meta Knight has turned into a cat. I don't think that's the best assist trophy. I think that's probably good for someone playing, because you won't be able to see your fighter. It's not really good for the computer who are just coded to fight. So, it's only good news for Toon Link. It's doing well. Good news for Meta Knight. Toon Link wins! There we go. So, Meta Knight loses. 23 for 21. Sorry, 21 who has Meta Knight, who moves down to 22nd. But, it's our boy Toon Link. 11 for 13. Moves up to 45th. So, Toon Link is out of relegation. Moves up 8 places at the moment. And faces off against an almighty Pyramithra in the next round. But, that Gorilla Limon win is massive. Puts them 1 point away from the Cosmo Vipers. And well done to anyone with Toon Link. We're looking at Makawari and Jordan. You go, guys. And if the Limon want to be on the same points as the Cosmo Vipers, Dark Samus will have the unlikely task of beating Ganondorf. MVP. For unstoppable Ganondorf. Who again, getting through could cause Banjo and Kazooie to have an excellent Opal League match. But it all depends on if Ganondorf wins or not. To be honest, he probably will. But Dark Samus does pick up an assist trophy, which always makes people's lives difficult. And Dark Samus even got the kick in before Ganondorf there could. Fighting well, to be honest, against such a beef fighter. There's a lot of bombs though. I thought he was going to hit Ganondorf, but he's dodged it somehow. Or Dark Samus has powered up a really big attack. Hasn't shot it yet though. Now. No, not yet. There is a final smash there. Oh, Dark Samus. Gets the final smash. Uses it, but that's definitely going to miss, right? No, it's worked. Dark Samus beats Ganondorf, so the MVP has lost. 43 for 18. That is a crazy, crazy turnaround. Now, still 4 points in front of Sephiroth, bear in mind, for Ganondorf. But Dark Samus with a win. Another Gorilla Limon fighter through. Who did they lose? Oh, Sonic. Obviously Sonic, 'cause he's rubbish. Anyway, Dark Samus upsetting the Fairy Tail. 16 for 13. Moves up to 21st. Good old Dark Samus. I'll have to see that. Yeah, nice. Gorilla Limon, 2 fighters through, so they are now currently on the same points as the Cosmo Vipers. And the Cosmo Vipers have Richter fighting now against Sheik, so a loss here would be dire. And the Limon still have their best fighter through, which is Simon. So Richter needs to win here to keep the heat on, and it's a Crystal League match. Now, nothing too exciting could happen. It'll only be both of their first wins, but Yeah, got to start somewhere, as I always say. But Sheik from the Shroom Dogs beating Sonic in the last round, which is just standard, isn't it? I still feel like Sonic's going to win. I feel like he's just going to draw someone in the Sapphire League and he'll win. And that'll be the only time he'll win a fight. But that'll be enough. So far it's Sheik who's absolutely dominating here. As much as I like Richter, I kind of want to see the Vipers lose. Is that controversial? Sorry to any Vipers fans out there. Oh no, Richter is fighting back. Oh, big kick there from Sheik. Sheik has something. Oh, it's that flower that's draining her life. Very close. Good battle, to be honest. There's been some good fights this tournament. Big hit from Richter. There's a warp start. Anyone lands with that, that is KO. But you do have to land with it. At the moment, no one's going for it. Possibly Richter at this point. Has gone for it, should win. Richter gets the win. Pulls out the warp start, a crucial point. So, first things first, Richter gets his first Crystal League match. There's actually, Sheik has now lost 2. There's only been 2 Crystal League Topaz matches and Sheik's lost them both. So, Sheik could be on 2 right now. But she's not. It's Richter who gets through, which for Jimmy is fantastic news as he star-fighted Richter, who's now in 9th place. 2 points away from Pokemon Trainer. Very intense at the top there. Sheik loses though. 24 for 21. Goes down to 19th. There you go. Another key battle though, as the Vipers are 1 point above Gorilla Limon now, but Limon versus Vipers in the next round. Dark Samus wins that. That should get a bit of a lead. Also depending on what happens here, of course. If Pac-Man loses to Simon. Simon has beaten Pac-Man before. And Limon usually beat the Source. But anything could happen today. Simon on a 6-win winning streak at the moment. Can he change that to 7? In the days of Ridley at the start of Series 3. Can he pull that out of the bag? Let's see what happens. They're pretty even so far. Look at how I'm rooting against the energy source and I'm rooting for Simon out of all people now. I mean, what's happened to me? Maybe I needed to do that at the start. Pac-Man wins. There's a big bomb there though. Simon throws it at Pac-Man, takes some serious damage. Pac-Man's looking in trouble here. Simon keeps throwing that shuriken thing. It's working a dream. Nothing really going on. It's very stalemated, despite the fact they're on both such high percentage. Good combo there from Simon. Going for the final smash. There is a bad final smash out there, but it doesn't matter because Simon gets that win. So Limon keeping the pressure on the Cosmo Vipers and having 3 fighters through, and the Vipers only have 2. So there could be different team in the lead by the end of this. Not the energy source as Pac-Man loses, goes down to 32nd, and Simon, where are you at? Is now in 4th, so Simon overtakes King Dedede. Simon is fighting incredibly well, but makes life difficult for Banjo if Banjo can pull off another all-star battle. So he beat Dark Pit, All-Star the energy source. He's now facing the All-Star of the Red Robots, and then we'll face off against the All-Star of Gorilla Limon if he wants to get through to the final and potentially face Pyramithra. Lot to ask here for Banjo and Kazooie. Good little fight though, Banjo, ranked 13th at the moment. Byleth doesn't want to lose this and let Simon in, to be honest. Byleth would rather win this and face off against Simon in the next round to try and distance her points away from Simon and not give him that 3rd place spot. Big hit there from Byleth though. Taking some serious damage on Banjo underneath these little cave parts. Assist trophy. Banjo goes for it. Very smart move. It did come at a cost, but It's the kind of thing that can win you a fight. It's not enough yet. Okay, Banjo's made. That's it. Banjo is beaten by left. So again, this is madness. So Banjo's on 20 for 12. Still in 13th by left. Now losing goes a bit closer to Simon. There's 1 point between them now. And Banjo gets through. Ready to face Simon in the next round as well. That is 2 All-Stars down and some more to go. Great news for Boom Makalaka, who Banjo is one of your trusty fighters, to be honest. It's only Big Nath. You've got Banjo, so you lost by left, but at least you got Banjo. But that has put you off of bottom place. Great news. But that will soon change if Ice Climb. Oh no, because you've got Ice Climbers as well. Who do you have? Sephiroth's out, Banjo, Sonic, and Ice Climbers. Oh, and Toon Link as well. You've got 3 good fighters in here. Well, they're not good, but they're in. Anyway, Ice Climbers versus Isabelle, which again will be a fun one to watch at home for you, Makawewe. It will be now because Ice Climbers win and Isabelle loses very quickly, which is a huge shock. 31 for 21. But it's Ice Climbers who get through. No one star fighted them, but they're fighting well. 24 for 21, move up to 22nd. Good old Ice Climbers. Knocking down the Cosmo Vipers as well, which can only mean one thing, surely, at this point. It does. Gorilla Limon are officially 1 point in front of the Cosmo Vipers. That's intense. And the first, if anything. Anyway, 2 great things could happen here between Pyra and Mythra, who are ranked 6th, versus Toon Link ranked 45th. And that is, if Pyra and Mythra get through, they open the door for the possibility of a Banjo Crystal League final. But if Toon Link wins, then Gorilla Limon are 2 points in front of the Cosmo Vipers, and Toon Link gets through. Everyone loves Toon Link. Did I say you had Toon Link before? I did. Probably a few times. Makawewe and Jordan, both with Toon Link the boy. Pyra and Mythra is on Mega Drive, and the Pit Crew. The Pit Crew, who, incidentally, are doing very well at the moment. Moved up to 7th. A lot of people moving up. Makawewe, you've moved up quite a bit, actually, mate. May your luck continue. Everything bar Sonic getting through, bear in mind. So far, Toon Link is winning. Very fine margins, but you have to take them when you're a Toon Link fan, you know. Oh, I dislike Pyra. Oh. Short-lived. So, big news here, though, because Pyra and Mythra get through. Pit Crew. Starfighter. Excellent stuff. You must have moved up a few more now. You have indeed. You've moved up to 6th. Toon Link, however, 11 for 14, had a good run. Not good for the Gorilla Limon, who are now joint points with the Cosmo Vipers. Toon Link also moving into relegation once more. But Pyra and Mythra, with a bit, on paper, Ice Climbers is an easy fight. So let's just see what happens with Banjo and Kazooie. But first, we've got Richter for the Cosmo Vipers versus Dark Samus for Gorilla Limon. So this is for a 2-point clearance right now. 2 whole points. Whoever wins this will be first by 2 points. Saying that, the fossil fuels must be creeping up now. No, there's 7 points behind. Even though Pyra and Mythra are doing extremely well and getting through. One fighter isn't enough to get through if you want to come first. Anyway, again, I don't want to go against my brother who starfighted Richter, but Gorilla Limon all the way, let's go. And enough of seeing the Cosmo Vipers do so well all the time. First in Series 1 and second in Series 2. We need a team like Gorilla Limon to put them in their place. Just think as well, if Sonic wins that Crystal League match, that'd be 5 wins for Gorilla Limon. It's massive. But Richter's fighting really well. Richter's such a beast. Dark Samus not giving up though. Fires a rocket. Which, unless it comes back down, could do some damage to Richter. Does come back down, does serious damage to Richter. Oh, Dark Samus not giving up, picks up metal. Makes her much, much stronger. Gets a good attack. Not enough to kill Richter. I don't know if Richter was going to land there. Dark Samus is trying to cause some damage. Okay, loses the metal. The metal. Throws Richter. Could be enough. You know, Richter's not got a good jump. It's Dark Samus. So, Limon now 2 points clear of the Cosmo Vipers, which is intense. Let's remind ourselves, who has Dark Samus, by the way? 2 people. Jordan, Bundesquad, and Nippleback are first place people. Now 10 points clear. Absolutely bizarre. You have Dark Samus. You only have 3 fighters in this tournament. Dark Samus who wins, and Richter loses. So Richter now is ranked in 10th. So he's moved up 1 spot. It's very close between 9, 10 and 11. And Dark Samus, I don't know where you've moved up to, but one thing's for sure, you are on... Oh, you've moved up to 18th, which is good. But for team rank, yeah, Grillimon, 2 points clear. Let's go. And with another fighter in hand, that happens to be their star fighter as well. So, favourites to end this tourney in first place. But can Simon take out the all-star slayer in Banjo and Kazooie? I know Gizwoo's hoping so, because Simon hasn't lost in 7 fights right now. Star fighter with him is a genius move. But Banjo never gives up. So far, has taken no damage on Simon. Maybe it's 1 all-star too many, you know. Oh, Banjo, don't go out like this. Don't go out like this. Simon picks up the assist trophy. Okay, at least Banjo's getting some attacks in. Okay, Simon's used the assist trophy, which I think that is what killed Isabel last time. So Banjo wants to dodge the big old dragon for sure. Don't seem to be fighting that well. More defending than anything else. Big attack there from that dragon, and Banjo loses. So Banjo's not going to be able to fight for the Opal League Championship this time round, or League, whatever it's called. I'll just make it up. But another win for Simon. That's 8 for Simon in a row now. So that's at least 16 points for you, Gizmo. Incredible. He is on 39 for 20. What's he on? Currently on the same points as Byleth. So Simon could end up in bloody 2nd place by the end of this. Grilling him on with 2 fighters through. So now 3 points clear of the Cosmo Vipers. Massive. Absolutely massive. And all of the Crystal Leagues are over today. We can all rest easy, with a couple of people balancing in 4th. Here are the semi-finals. Ice Climbers ranked in 22nd versus Pyramithra ranked in 6th. Could have an all-star final here. And obviously, congratulations to Gizmo. You must have moved up quite a bit. You have. You've moved up 2 places. Currently 5th. Chasing Big Nath. You've just lost Banjo and Kazooie. But like I said, there's a lot of Ice Climber fans out there. Let's recap on that. Makawari, Rosie, Jamie, Molly, and OG Nate. All with Ice Climbers. Big ask here to beat Pyramithra though. Who have already won a tournament and come 2nd this time round. Yeah, both of everything I just said, 1st and 2nd. So they're going for another gold and another silver here. And it looks like they're going to get it as they did it. Did I just do that? That wasn't even a glitch. I just... don't know how that happened. That was incredible. Anyway, Pyramithra. 27 for 11. Absolute beasts into the final for yet another place in the Grand Championship. Maybe. Ice Climbers, 24 for 22. Moved down to 24th, but have had a good run there. Pyramithra. Still in 6th. How close are they to 5th? That's what I want to know. 1 point. King Dedede is moving down. Can't believe that. Pyramithra. Pit Crew once again. Double points. Great choice. But we have a Grillimon versus Grillimon match between Dark Samus and Simon. Looking to go into the final. And like I said last time, Limon are doing amazing because Simon's got through. DK's got through. It's only 2 Le Mans, but then Joker, DK, and Greninja all come second as well. So Le Mans are having an absolute amazing tournament. But can Simon go for 2 trophies in a row? Hasn't happened in a long time. Happened in Series 1 or 1 or 2, quite a lot. Can't remember which one. It's looking like Dark Samus is going to win. Simon finally falls and Dark Samus gets through. Not the way that everyone saw that going. I don't think Dark Samus has ever won a trophy. Moves down to 17th. I'm going to look that up really quickly. Dark Samus. No, never won a trophy. Become a pro fighter and won the Amethyst League, which was massive, but never won first or second. So this is huge. Simon. 39 to 21. Yeah, now 1 point off of Byleth and a massive shock. Massive shock. Anyway, a final we wasn't expecting, which is Pyra/Mythra, so they did get through to the final, so Banjo has missed their opportunity, to be honest, to fight off against Pyra/Mythra for that Opal League match, but it doesn't matter, because Pyra/Mythra faces off against Dark Samus, so there are points on the line for everyone, more than some, but can the Le Mans distance themselves once more from the Cosmo Vipers? A 3 lead gap is massive, especially for their Alpha League team, who I've been picking on this whole series, but currently doing extremely well. All bar Sonic. And at the moment, Dark Samus has barely taken any damage, has the assist trophy with Shovel Knight, and is just destroying Pyra/Mythra. Okay, they're fighting back. They're not giving up. They want to show why they're all-star worthy. And they really have come back really quick. Shovel Knight is still on the field though. It does feel like he's left now. Dark Samus charging up a massive cannon there. Probably not the best level to fire it though. We'll see. Never does. Always charges it but never fires it. What a big finish that would be. Who knows what's going on at the moment though. We do know the cloud is gone. Dark Samus attacks Pyra/Mythra as they hang off the edge, and it's Dark Samus who wins Alpha League number 6, which is absolutely bizarre. So Dark Samus, 19th for 13, moves up to 15th, so that's B tier. Fair play to Dark Samus. And Pyra/Mythra lose, but they get a second place, which means they get to have the opportunity to qualify for the Grand Championship. And that's 2 opportunities, and they're already in it. So Pyra/Mythra could be in the Grand Championship 3 times, depending on how the drafting goes. However, Dark Samus goes straight in there. No messing. Pyra/Mythra comes second, Dark Samus first. I've counted all the matches quickly. That was pretty huge. Dark Samus moved up quite a few ranks there. Did not see that coming. Gorilla Limon getting a bit of a lead on the Cosmo Vipers now, and obviously we're going to go to the archives and check that shit out. So don't go anywhere, because the archives are coming straight up. Okay guys, we're going to rearrange this one a little differently today, because we've got the big news which I've been talking about all tournament, so it's not that big, but we're going to wait. And I'll explain in a bit. But firstly, let's have a quick scroll through the rankings, in which Simon has moved up to 4th place. Simon having a killer tournament. Simon's actually the best fighter of this series at the moment. Let's have a quick look at that. There you go. For the Spartan accolade, Simon is on 11, Ganondorf and Pyra/Mythra on 9, but those 3 fighters have stood out for everyone, right? They are top Alpha League fighters, but Simon now on 11. It's impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Good if you picked Simon. My favourite fighter. Pyra/Mythra moved up 2 places. Comfortably all-stars at the moment with a 5-point lead. Going to steal it off of Olimar, the all-star of the fossil fuels. So Olimar may have to move teams if he manages to hold on to being an all-star. He's only on 13 at the moment, so it's not looking good for him. Got to pull something out of the bag, especially when you've got like Villager, Richter and Isabel all with momentum. Banjo as well, doing really well in a good tournament. You know, could do even better if he wins a Crystal League match. That would put him well up there. Dark Samus winning the tournament. First ever tournament, can I just say. moving up 13 places. So that must be pretty good for the other trophy, the Growth Trophy. Couldn't remember what it's called. King K. Rool moving down 3. Ice Climbers moving up 10. Big for them. Excellent tournament. Not really much there. A couple of people moving down. I'll tell you who did do good. Toon Link. Doesn't get spoke about enough, but Toon Link moved. Okay, he moved up 4 places, but still in relegation. But it's good. It's good. Like, he's on the path to getting out. Whereas Sonic, Pikachu moving down 6 and 8 places. Not doing good. Ike 5 as well. Shows how killer it is. They only lost 1 fight, but they've moved down so far. So if fighters around them do better, it makes them stand a chance of surviving. So people like Toon Link and Sora. Anyway, Ike is now the worst Alpha League fighter. Sorry, Ike. Let's have a killer look at the Crystal Leagues, because we know it's important now. Banjo and Kazooie need 1 more win. So it all comes down to those fixtures. If they face off against Ganondorf, Pyramithra or Dark Pit, they will potentially win the Opal Crystal League, which would give them +5. Big points. Makawewe, I'm looking at you. You've got Banjo and you've got Sonic. That Sonic is at risk, because the person that no one wants to win the Sapphire League, unless obviously you haven't got Sonic, is Villager, who is now on 4 after beating Shulk for 5th time in their careers. So Sonic on 4, Villager on 4. Now, basically, what I'm banking on right here, right now, is a Ganondorf Banjo match, because Ganondorf's on 3, but could easily win the Opal League, versus Banjo, who's on 4, and Sonic versus Villager, both on 4. What are the odds of that happening? If it does, I didn't fix it, alright? I didn't fix it, but that would be sick. You will find out on Friday. How exciting. The Ultimate Dream Team, so it's crazy at the top. Nippleback, you are winning by 11 points at the moment. 11 points. Now, luckily Third Lemon has Simon, so you had a really good run of tournament there. It was just the rest of your fighters who let you down a bit. Isabel didn't do too bad. But obviously, Chode, having Dark Samus win, I mean, man, you are hitting some luck. So no movements for the top 3. Jimmy, you're still in 3rd, but catching up with you, 7 points away, is Big Nave moving into 4th with a good run by Banjo and Byleth. Rachel and obviously the pit crew, Starfighter and Pyramithra was always going to do you good. They're getting you bare points at the moment. You are 2 points off of 4th place, but you are on joint points with Gizwoo, who Starfighted Simon, who again getting you great amounts of points. Unfortunately, that means for Jamie, you've moved down 3 points into 7th. Well, not 3 points, 3 places. Jordan, killer one there. Ganondorf doing well. Having Dark Samus who won. Even Toon Link got you some points. So, all in all, the Bunda squad moving up 4 ranks into 8th place. Which means that Ash, you've moved down 3 as well. OG Nath, consistently 10th. Like that. Rosie moving down 2 places to 11th. Longboy Bob going down to 12th. Makawewe, the big news, moving up 3 places. Mac, you are now... Okay, everyone's on similar points down there, but you are currently 13th and 1 point off of Longboy Bob, which, if you was like the top of that little bracket there, you'd be well happy with that, no doubt. Maybe. But it's going to be close. Unfortunately, as you can see for you guys down there, your Starfighters didn't get through, so that is where you lacked points, but tough times. Let's have a look at the Growth Trophy, because Dark Samus is going to change things around. But not much. Oh my god, look at that. Nippleback and Chode, you are currently 29 points. 29 points ahead of the Fruity Fellas for 1st place, because you've got such a good improved fighters with Simon, with Dark Samus, and all the others. But again, with Dark Samus moving up, you've got so many points there, my friend. So you are looking good to win a double, at least. And it's not set in stone. It's not always, you know, whoever wins the Ultimate Dream Team wins Growth, because that's not the case. But you're making a good case for it, because you picked some, on paper, shoddy fighters who are doing really well. So congratulations. That's all great. This is usually where I'd leave you, but I feel like today we should leave on a very high note, and that is Gorilla Limon currently in 1st place. by 4 points, which is huge. It's massive. What a performance from the Gorilla Limon in the last few tourneys. So well done to them. They're looking favourites to win at the moment. They keep fighting well, and their beta team's better than their alpha as well. So should be quite interesting. Keep your eyes peeled for the next beta league, and remember, keep your eye on those star fighters because big things are about to happen. Remember to look at the fixtures for the Alpha League because there could be a potential winner of the Opal and Sapphire League. See you next time, guys. Take care.